Good blessed evening, everybody. I'm saying evening, of course, because it's my time. You already know. Whatever time I get on here and I say good blessed evening, obviously it's evening my time, but God bless y'all. No matter what time zone you're in. Y'all might surprise to see me crying a little down and out. Even the most happiest, godliest person such as myself, we have our times where, we break down and cry, and things in life just is not what we expect it to be. But y'all, I was sitting here watching Stephen Furtick. The sermon that he's speaking on is a battle strategy for the mind. A battle strategy for the mind. A lot of us tend to let our mindset take us to a place where it shouldn't, whether it's emotionally, financially, thoughts, out here doing wrong in the world. He was just speaking on how something about how basically how the enemy gets in our mind and stuff like that. And first we have to think something before we react and do it. It made me think to pause that sermon real quick and say, just say to y'all, y'all excuse me for being emotional. I'm gonna try to get through this without crying too much, because I really don't do this crying stuff on camera in front of people. I'm not crying out of hurt or happiness. I'm crying out of just distress and discouraged, because before I say what I want to say, y'all, I'm gonna just let y'all know my son, he's being very stubborn. That's one reason why I'm upset, is because, I told y'all I would give y'all content on my son speaking on how he survived being shot in his head, y'all, but it makes me upset that he's not really wanting to tell his testimony right now. The impression I get is as if he don't even want to do it, y'all, but he's been prolonging it for way too long. I left it in the Lord's hands. I prayed about it. I even reached out to this woman on TikTok, because I be watching TikTok sometimes, y'all. And I always be on social media for good reasons. The Lord makes sure he sends me to people who he feel like I should connect to. So this woman, I was watching TikTok live probably like a few days ago. And this woman, she told her story how she was her husband, or it was her husband or her boyfriend, and her 3 or 4 children was in the car, and it was a family evening or whatever. They were just out as a family. They were sitting in the car talking, laughing with each other, and I want to say I think they were about to go in somewhere or something, and out of nowhere they saw somebody walk up to the vehicle, stood there and stare at them, and then the person just raised their hand up, and they had a gun. And she said they just started shooting nonstop at their vehicle. She was shot 3 times, and her children are blessed, because she didn't even tell like if any of her children were shot or hurt. I see some of her videos. Her children are fine, so I don't think God's grace. Oh my God, when I tell you he protects his people, he does, and especially his children. I don't think her children got touched by any bullets, but she did get shot 3 times, and her man, unfortunately, he died, y'all. He got shot up way too many times. But however, the reason why I'm emotional and I'm crying, y'all, is because like I connected with her, and I told her, because she said how she survived to gun violence, and it just hit my feelings, my heart, my soul. Like, my son actually survived being shot in the head as well. So it just put some emotions over me. Like, I'm thankful for my son's survival, but at the same time, I'm so very disappointed in him for prolonging and telling his testimony. There's people out there that really need to hear what he has to say, but I'm going to leave it in God's hand. I'm going to pray about it. And I pray that he comes forth soon to want to tell his testimony, y'all, because that's important, you know. And as well as him talking, I got things to say on my behalf, like the whole journey of the hospital stay with him and everything, y'all. So that's just some content that I really want to put out, because the world needs to hear it. The world needs to hear and know that if they have a loved one that could be shot or whatever, they could be okay. They could survive it. If my son could do it, if the Lord could do it for me, then he'll do it for others, you know. But the key to a safe, protective life is being close to God and Jesus Christ. You have to know them, y'all. You have to seek, serve, surrender, and submit to them, you know. Always go by the 4 S words, is what I just said. I learned being close to God and close to his son, our Savior, being close to them and knowing him and everything and just seeking them. You're in perfect peace and protection. That's exactly what I am. You know, my son literally has a praying mother. Not only my son, but my daughter. You know, those who know me know, you know, I have 2 children, but I literally stay prayed up. I stay thanking the Lord for his salvation and everything, you know. But I'm just emotional, y'all, because like I said, I'm disappointed with my son prolonging it not to come on here and tell his testimony. I know it has its time frame and stuff, you know. I don't want to tell too much until he gets to talking and he tells his journey besides him being shot and what else he been through, y'all. But just his whole journey through life and whatever he been through, I've been his #1 supporter. And a lot of people will be like, well, you're his mom, you're supposed to. No, actually, I really don't have to. Because he's 19, he's grown. He's almost 20 years old, y'all. I could have been the type of mother, after all what he put me through, which was not good. You know, he was disrespectful, disobedient, deliberately disobeying me. Him and his sister, they're just alike. You know, but I'm not here to bash my children. But just know that, you know, they failed me where I ain't ever failed them. But the thing is back to my son. Yeah, he's grown. I could have been the type of mother like, he can go at this alone. His whole journey through being shot, I could have left him up there at the hospital on his own for the nurses to take care of him. I didn't have to be by his side when the nurses were lacking and they weren't there for him. I was there for him, you know. Y'all might get content about that, about how I felt, my frustrations and stuff like that, how I was tired, and every time I lay down and get comfortable, he'll do this little uncomfortable whine and want me at his side and to cater to him and help him. And I did it, you know. And they know that I don't play about my rest, but I was a soldier. I took it all in from, you know, the glory of God and Jesus Christ sent me to help my son. I didn't have to, you know, because like I said, anybody would be like, he grown, he could go at that alone, you know. He wasn't a little kid, you know. It's not like I had to be there for him, because he wasn't a child. He was an adult when all this happened, you know. But back to Steven Furtick, y'all. Basically, I came on here, I'm saying a whole bunch of stuff, like my emotions is everywhere, y'all. That's why I like to come on here with a clear mindset, so my conversation don't be all over the place. But I'm sure people can relate, because we're humans and that's life. Sometimes we get like that. But as I'm watching Steven Furtick, y'all, he's saying about like how the enemy gets in our head. And we know the enemy is the devil. Satan is demons, you know. Yeah, he gets in our head. He causes us to think things, whether we have a friendship, a relationship, or a marriage. You know, the devil gets in our head and he puts stuff in our head, not only on that behalf, but also to commit crimes and different things, you know. And it's too bad, it's too sad, it's a crying shame that people are literally, majority of this world, people are letting evil take over them. It's as if they're comfortable in their sin. They're comfortable with the evilness. Like, come on now. Who is our creator? God. So I don't understand why people don't give God that recognition. Live for God, not for Satan. Satan didn't create you. You know, this is for those who are literally living for Satan. Come on now. And I just want to say, excuse me all the way I look, like this is all poofy puffy, and it's just my new growth, y'all. I'm on a journey of like cutting my hair, regrowing it and stuff. So, but I really don't care about it. I just thought I'd mention it because yeah, in case y'all wonder what my hair looking like under here, but that's not important. But yeah, like I said, watching Steven Furtick, it made me just want to come on here and say to people, like, come on now. Y'all got a God to answer to. Everybody, we have a Savior that we have to face. So it's like, why keep living in sin? Why keep giving your power to the devil, Satan, and his demons, giving the devil satisfaction? Like, oh, you're living for me. Like, he's happy that people is living bad, living negative. Like, it couldn't ever be me, ever. My life revolves around God and Jesus Christ, and of course, doing right by all means and all aspects in life, and also uplifting people to be that, you know. So it's like me, I have to be, I must be, I will be, it's mandatory that I be the light to people's darkness, you know. But unfortunately, some people don't want that light. Some people are actually satisfied and they like living for the devil, and that's really too bad, too sad. And so I keep my distance. I don't deal with nobody, because you really can't trust nobody, you know, unless you pray about it, and the Lord will bring in your life who he feels is worthy to be in your life, who you can connect with, who you have things in common with, far as spiritual things and godly things, you know. But I just want to say, people have the audacity to live for Satan and live comfortably in it, as if Satan, the devil, and his demons created humankind. Like, no, our creator is God, our heavenly Father. He did it. He created us. He created the good in us, not the bad. Like I said before in the video, if we're going to be bad, that's because that's what we choose, you know. All I could do is stay prayed up that people will change. And unfortunately, like I said, it's sad, some people don't change and they won't change. And I realized that when my aunt died, how I prayed for her ever since I was a teen, that she would change her ways so she wouldn't lose her life. And when she died, I remember saying to the Lord, like, wow, God, wow, y'all really just gonna let my favorite aunt die? She was my favorite child because she was funny. I let her laugh. But yeah, that's what I said to God. I was like, wow, you really gonna let my aunt die after I prayed? I've been praying since I was a teen for whatever, that she would change. And the Lord swiftly answered to me, y'all. I'm talking about, like, right after I said that, he answered to me, and he simply said to me, that's because she didn't want to change. And I couldn't help but to accept it, you know. And I realized, like, that's true. She didn't want to change, you know. So it's sad that some people be so comfortable in their ways that they don't change. They literally let this or that or that or this be the death of them. But I always pray that may that not be me, like, with this unforgiveness spirit that I somewhat carry within me. And I say somewhat because, y'all, I might carry, like, unforgiveness, how people done me, because I'm a kind person and everything. I might carry that with me, but I don't carry it too much, because day and night, before I go to sleep and when I wake up, I ask God to bless the U.S. and everybody in this whole entire world and whatever they may be going through, whether they're my enemies or not. So I wouldn't say I completely, fully carry unforgiveness in my heart and soul, because I forgive some type of way. It's just when I'm done wrong repeatedly by people, or I got haters and enemies out there, I pray and stay away. That's what I do. But I really came on here to just basically vent a little bit. I need to work out, but y'all, I guess I don't even have no more to say. This is really a venting video, and that's crazy because I don't ever vent. But like I said, I really came on here to ask that question, and it's not a mandatory. It's a rhetorical question to give people something to think about, whoever come across this video. Is, why do y'all sit up there and live for Satan? Why are y'all comfortable with it? That's something to give you to think about, so you could perhaps change. And you're wondering why your life is no good, or this bad things are happening, because you're giving out bad. Everybody that does bad has its way of coming back around to you and has its way of finding you. It's inevitable. It's no way of escaping it. Just like the good people put out in this world, that good is going to come back. Like in the Bible says, you reap what you sow. I like to speak biblical forms. People would say, oh, karma. Skip some karma. I don't, But yeah, like I said, I speak on you reap what you sow. Because if you sow good things, you get good things back. If you want to sow bad and do bad, then you get that back. So that's really stupid if y'all think about it. It's very ignorant. When you go out here and you do bad, you're going to get it back. You're only hurting yourself, not only yourself, but the person that you took from or did this or did that. Whatever it is that people's out here doing bad, they're going to get it back. And I don't understand why do people want to hurt their self? Like, who does that? Nothing but people that sitting up here letting Satan run their life. But when people wake up and realize that, okay, they're done hurting themselves and all the bad that they're going to get, they're going to realize it was not worth it. It's not. I couldn't dare sit up here and be doing bad out in this world and then get that bad back, and then I'll be left hurting myself. That's the most. I have no more words for it, but that's just really stupid and dumb. It really truly is. If people really sit back and deeply think about it, which what a lot of people need to do, sit back and deeply think about why do bad when you're going to get that bad back to yourself and you're left hurting yourself because of the bad you did. Nobody could ever make that make sense, because I'm making it make sense, because that's the truth. I come a hundo. I keep it 100. But that's all I got to say, y'all. Like I said, I don't bash or belittle nobody. I just pray. I know things about people. I keep my mouth shut. It's not for me to talk about it. It's for me to pray about it. That's exactly what I do. This video been long enough, y'all. Y'all see my TV then went off from the sermon. But I'm going to get back into it, because that's what I need. I just needed a spirit uplifter, and Stephen Furtick is one of my faves. And I thank God for him. And other people that I like on YouTube, I thank God for them too. But y'all, everybody be blessed. Y'all stay blessed, please. Please keep me uplifted in prayer. And gotta go. Have a blessed night, evening, everything, y'all. Peace.